Hi boys and girls, I am Miss McLean and today I'm going to be showing you how we can change the states of matter. There is a certain thing that you can do to change a state of matter. One state of matter is a solid. This ice cube is a great example of a solid form of water. What's inside this pan right here is liquid water. This is a great example of a liquid. We can do things to a solid or a liquid to change its state of matter. We can even do things to liquid water right here on my stove to change its state of matter. So what I'm going to do is I've taken my pan of water, and a safety precaution, I've got on my glove because this is kind of a hot thing, and I'm going to turn up my heat. And what I want you to notice and wonder about is what's happening inside the pan to this water. Immediately I'm noticing some bubbles popping up around the edges. Immediately I'm noticing that my pan has more heat coming off of it. So again, you're thinking to yourself, how are we changing the state of matter? From a solid to a liquid, and now what's coming off of this liquid is a gas, and we call that water vapor. So what's happening when you get water vapor is the water in here isn't disappearing, it's not going away, it's just turning into a new state of matter. And that new state of matter is a gas. So again, I took my pan of water and I added it onto the heat. And as soon as I added it onto the heat, I noticed the gas began to form on top. And you can even see that gas once it gets big enough and strong enough, a lot of this water will boil away and you'll see a lot of that gas left. Let's watch and see what happens if I turn the heat off. So I can see the steam rising up. I can feel it in my hands. I'm noticing immediately that the bubbles are stopping, meaning it's not boiling anymore. It's still really hot, so I still have on my glove. You may be wondering what's happening to the water vapor. Where is the gas going? Well, some of that water vapor is actually going to evaporate into the air. It's not disappearing, it's just turning into a different state of matter. The same thing in the pan. Some of that water vapor carries off, some of it settles back down into the pan, and that's called something else. It's called condensation. We see this water forming around the outside of the pan, and when I see that little water droplets forming, I know that I've got some water settling back in there, returning from the gas state into the liquid state again. Now let's just say I wanted to take what's left of my water and I wanted to return it to a solid. So now I've gone from a solid to a liquid to the gas that we see. I'd like to go back to a solid. Think to yourself, what could I do to make this water a solid? Well, it's something we do all summer long. We take it and we put it in the freezer and we just make ice. Same thing you do with those liquid popsicles. You take those liquid popsicles and pop them in the freezer, and then you've got a solid form of that popsicle. So today, we changed our states of matter by adding heat. And then when I want to change it back, I'm going to remove the heat.